Hey, are you thinking of moving to a small town, a small charming town, a little smaller than Collingwood? Well, this is Thornbury, and it's on the waterfront of Georgian Bay. There's a lot to offer in Thornbury, from super walkable downtown, as you can see behind me, and not far down there is the waterfront. I'm going to take you on a little bit of a tour, take you through a few different spots, a few different neighborhoods, check out the waterfront. Maybe if you're a golfer, we'll go over to Lora Bay and do that, and then see if that way you can get a bit of a feel for the area and what it's like here in Thornbury. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about living in Thornbury, make sure you subscribe and tap the bell for notifications. That way you'll be the first to know everything that's happening in and around here. My name is Kevin DeSalba, and I'm a local real estate agent with Royal LePage Locations North, and I get calls all the time from people just like you looking to make that move to small towns like Thornbury. If that's you, it doesn't matter if you're looking to make that move next year, next month, or you just want to know more, really. Book a call with me. In the description box of the video, there's all the ways you could do that, including a Zoom link directly to my calendar to book a time that works for you. Till then, let's get on with the tour. I guess we can also just start it right downtown. Excuse the construction. Corner Café is doing some work outside, so that's what that's about. But right beside me, you'll have Cheese Gallery, got Benjamin Moore to get all your paint supplies and stuff like that. Some art shops around here. Thornbury Bakery Cafe, got Shanti, got Fabrica. There's a lot of restaurants. The food scene's amazing down here. And like I said in the beginning, the walkability is just perfect. Yeah, that's a little bit about just right downtown. I'm just standing right here in the corner, but you can almost kind of see as you go up that hill, you're starting to get out of town towards where some of the school is, you know, some of the residential areas in behind this core downtown. Old brick homes, modern homes, affordable homes. You can go somewhere affordable like Applejack, Brick Century, or Red Brick Century homes. There's a lot going on down here. But yeah, that's starting right now, right here in the main hub of Thornbury, right downtown. And I'm going to go down to the waterfront and show you that next. As I'm walking down to the river, I just wanted to come show you the Mill Cafe. It is one of my favorite restaurants. Got a nice patio, a nice scene overlooking the mill pond over there, and then again right down this way is the waterfront. So I'm on my way there. Just got distracted because I don't want to leave out the Mill Cafe. All right, I'm just walking down to the water, to the harbor front. I just wanted to make one quick stop. This is the Georgian Trail. It spans like 34 kilometers between Meaford and Collingwood, and you know, Thornbury kind of being in the middle. And yeah, it's a really nice trail, as you can see. People are walking their dogs, they're biking. You can see behind me there's this bridge. It goes over the dam, the Beaver River. Pretty cool spot. And yeah, I'm gonna make my way over to show you the view from up here of the harbor. We will keep it rolling because that's how close it is. I don't even have to press pause. Look, I told you it's right there. Up there, that's downtown where we started. You can see how close the walk is, right? And then as I work my way down here, you will see the port right behind me. Great restaurant with an amazing view of the water. It's honestly the best view of the water anywhere within an hour here, I would think. Going back towards Collingwood and Wasaga Beach, where we do a lot of coverage too, my other favorite is Bomb Beach. They have a nice view, but that's a bar, and this is more like nicer upscale restaurant. Not putting down the Bomb Beach Smokehouse. I love the Bomb Beach Smokehouse. This is a different vibe, a different feel, right? So this is the port right behind me, and I'm just gonna walk over. You can start seeing the tops of the sailboats over there. I'm just gonna walk and get a good vantage point. You're at the Thornbury Harbor right here. There's the port. The back porch over there, you can see. We'll actually walk over to it. The back porch of the port has a viewing area where people are eating and stuff, and then you can see, I don't know if you can really see, but there's some nice big century homes over here. Millions of dollars, 2, 3. If they're smaller, a little less, but you're right in the best part of Thornbury, right? Look at this view. Look down there. On the other side of the river there, I got some newer townhomes. It's a different feel there. We're actually going to go there next. We're going to go to Bayview Park next. But I just wanted to show you what it looked like over here. And then here's the port right here. You can see it, and it overlooks right there behind me, and then Georgian Bay. So it's a great view. So definitely come and check that out when you're here in the summertime. In the winter, they have the inside restaurant you can see out still. And we're going to head over to the other side of the river, right there, to Bayview Park. I was just walking back up from where I just was to the bridge to cross the Beaver River to go to the other side to show you Bayview Park. I just want to show you kind of the homes over here a little bit. They have some smaller homes. I mean, we're right across from the port, so we're still right down by the water, right? You got some, older homes like that, besides something like this. This one happens to be for sale right now. The old brick, the old style. And then, down there, you'll see another bungalow And then beside that, there's another big Century home. So quite a mix down here, but there's some beautiful Century homes. All right, I just walked into Bayview Park across the Georgian Trail Bridge, going over the Beaver River. I just want to give you a vantage point of what it looks like from here. So here's the river going out to Georgian Bay. There's some of the newer townhomes on that side over there. And then you followed it upstream, you'd get, to the mill pond where the mill cafe was. That's where the dam was, the Thornbury Dam. So that's where that'll take you. See another walking trail down there. Kind of trails everywhere here. That building over there, that's the town hall. That's the town, basically the city hall for town of Blue Mountains. So again, don't think Blue Mountain, just the mountain. That's just the mountain. The Blue Mountain spans quite a big area, right? Covers Thornbury, Clarksburg, Ravenna, all these little hamlets and villages and stuff. So, but that's the town of Blue Mountain over there. Yeah, we're gonna keep on going, work our way down to the park. All right, so we are down here at Bayview Park, Thornbury. Look, again, quiet, beautiful, beautiful park. There's a picnic area over there under the pavilion. Look what you're overlooking at that picnic area. Seriously, look how amazing that is, right? They got a park over there. There's tennis courts, pickleball, and then there's a lot of waterfront homes down that way. You know what, on the way out, I'll take a drive and just show you kind of what they look like, but you can also see what some of the waterfront homes look like here. You can see how vastly different they are, right? You got like a wood kind of style over there, a brick kind of style over there. I don't know if you can see it between the trees, but you can see how vastly different these styles of homes are right here on the waterfront. But if they've got a killer view in front of an amazing park, pavilion, picnic, tennis, pickleball. You can walk you're right on the Georgian Trail too, right? So you can just go back downtown. Again, walkability over here is amazing. Oh, the Thornbury cider house over there. Oh, cider tasting. I don't know if the geese want me to go there. They're territorial, man. Oh, they don't got the picnic benches. It's okay. I was gonna take this one right here. Yeah, so this is picnicking here at Bayview Park in Thornbury. But I didn't bring anything, and I'm pretty hungry, so probably gonna head downtown on Bruce Street and grab something for lunch soon. But let's go to the next stop for now because there's a few more things to show you. So just for context, there's Bayview Park where I just came back from, and I wanted to show you where the tennis courts are. These are tennis only. Pickleball's coming to another spot, but all around here. So this is the tennis court over here. I know the wind screens are blocking, so you can't really see it that well. But what I wanted to really show you is, you see the tops of the sailboats over there? That's the harbor, which is obviously walking distance to Bruce Street, the main street in Thornbury, where all the shops are, where all the restaurants are. Again, just showing walkability for context, show some distance. It's right there. And then here's your tennis courts. And then you're overlooking the bay. So it's a beautiful place to play. And yeah, we are going to head to our next stop, but I'm going to take you on Bayview over here just to show you some of the waterfront homes right beside this park. Yeah, you can kind of see some of these homes. I'm just driving down Bayview here, real slow, just crawling so I could see some of these homes. I don't know if you can kind of see the water through the sides of the homes. You can kind of see the water peeking in behind. There's some gorgeous homes on this street. Very, very rare do they come up. Very rare. And when they come up, they are expensive, quite frankly. Millions of dollars. Even a smaller one, either a teardown or a fix me up is million and a half. When they come up, it's hard to even say a price right now because the market changes and they rarely come up. So it's hard to even say. And then it depends on the lot width and a few things. But yeah, this way you're just getting a sense of what they look like over here, getting a feel for the street. I'll flip around the camera in a second and show you. Kind of get a sense this way too. Even on the other side of the street, there's some big homes, small homes. It's all just mixed on both sides. Some modern homes. Oh, I didn't get there in time. The trees got in the way. All right, so we are going to head over to our next spot. Stay tuned. So I just turned off of the main street, Bruce Street in Thornbury, and I just turned onto Alfred. Just wanted to show you a couple spots over here. There's a couple, like I just drove by that White House. That was about $1.1 million asking right now. I'm gonna turn onto Orchard so you could see what that street kind of looks like. And the houses over on Orchard, they're selling, there's a few recent sales, high 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, really depends on the obvious stuff. The Beaver Valley Community Center is right off of this street, right off of Alfred where I am right now, and I'm turning onto Orchard So you'll see in the side view here what some of the homes look like. A little bit of a mix, but you know, a lot of bungalows, raised bungalows, couple story and a halves. This is like a nice family neighborhood. A couple kids just running around here right now. Some of them playing hockey and stuff. So yeah, you can kind of get a sense that this is like a nice family oriented neighborhood. Yeah, this is kind of what it feels like. Mature trees. You can't even tell because it won't catch in the whole screen of the phone, but you will see some mature trees, dead end courts here like Applevale Court. Yeah, and that's kind of what this area, you know, looks like. All right, so I am over here at Moreau Park, the dog park. There's no dogs here right now, but this is another good spot right across from Rankin's Landing, and they got some affordable units in there too on the, you know, the lower end, Thornbury. So this is kind of a nice pocket of town, and there's a trail that you can easily walk to the waterfront, of course, and downtown. So just want to give you a quick snippet on that. There's a skate park over there for the kids, regular park for the younger ones, or maybe the older ones. And then for, of course, all the dog lovers here, I got some baseball diamonds back there. And yeah, so it's definitely a nice little park over here. And again, we got Rankin's Landing over there. There's units in there in the upper fives and stuff like that. So between that at Rankin's and Applejack, that's some of your more affordable Thornbury options. And follow me to the next tour, the next stop on tour. And then of course, you can't forget your small town Foodland right behind me, right beside your LCBO. This is right off of Highway 26. I just came in down Victoria. So it's a convenient spot. Come get your groceries, come and get your tequila, and then yeah, go back to the house or the cottage. If you're a local and you live here, you probably learn in the summer, especially, to shop on during the week, like on Wednesdays, for the tourists to come up. It's kind of a known thing when you live in a small town. On to the next stop. All right, we're just turning off. We're actually on our way over towards Lora Bay. I wanted to make a stop here on High Bluff Lane, Timber Lane, and just kind of show you what some of these homes look like, because there's some of the most expensive homes around here that aren't on the water. So not much, just a couple sales under $1.5 million, but a lot of them are honestly north of $2 million. And I just want to kind of show you what this street looks like. So I'm going to go down High Bluff, and then I'm going to go across Cameron, which is the waterfront street. So you'll notice a bit of difference there. And then we'll make our way over to Lora Bay. Maybe I'll pop in at Pheasant Run. There's some nice, really nice, very expensive homes there you might want to have a quick look at while I'm driving around. But yeah, I'll show you what those kind of look like, and then we'll keep making our way over to Lora Bay. So I am still driving down High Bluff Lane. You'll see a lot of 2 and 3 car garages, bungalow, story and a half, some pretty upscale homes here. This is a really, really nice neighborhood, just on the outskirts of the hub part of Thornbury. This is just, you know, a minute past the Foodland and the LCBO, so it's not too far over. The homes on the left side here actually back onto the Georgian Trail, so that's kind of cool. You have a nice view because some of them are set up on a little bit of a hump or a hill, so they have a nice view out into the rolling hills back here and of Blue Mountains. And yeah, like I said, they back onto the trail, so that's a pretty cool feature here. Actually, as I'm pulling up to the stop sign right here, you could see the entrance to the trail right there. Well, not the entrance, but just where it kind of continues. So I'm gonna make a turn here and go over to Cameron, the waterfront. But just quickly before I hit up Cameron Street, I'm just gonna make a quick turn here on Pheasant Run because you gotta see some of these homes. This is a dead end cul-de-sac. These homes are multiple millions. Right now, there's some for sale in the upper 4s, even 5s. Nothing is sold in the last 6 months, but it's very exclusive, and you know they don't move, but they don't move fast, I should say. This is a super nice street, but they will sell. If it's not 4 or 5 million, it's still in the millions, and it ain't 1 million. So just something to note over there. But yeah, you can't really see the water just because it's so well treed over here. But these are the waterfront homes. Let's see if we can get a sneak peek in between some of these trees somewhere. But again, I'm driving on Cameron, kind of get a sense of what these waterfront homes look like through a very quick peek in between these trees. Building anything, these guys are very well known. One of the very well-known builders here in the area, but there are a few. So on the topic of builders, there's another very well-known builder absolute craftsmen. They are building a really nice waterfront home here. So there you go. We just got 2 builders. You could tell just from the caliber of some of these builds that those 2 builders that we just passed by deal with some high-end properties. Those are the 2 names I see here very often, and there's still more. There's a lot of building going on here in this area. High-end building, really, really high-end building. Those are 2 options for you. We're on Timber Lane here now, and similar story to High Bluff. These don't back on to the Georgian Trail, but they are some very nice and very large homes. 2-car garages, 3-car garages, bungalows, raised bungalows, high quality builds. These are not cheap builds, not cheaply built, just because, you know, some houses, not so much in Thornbury, but sometimes just because they were expensive doesn't mean they were quality built, right? These are quality built homes over here. You could just feel it when you're walking through them, when you're looking at them. Like, look at some of these. All new, really, you know, there's a lot of trees around. Yeah, really, really nice spot. Again, these homes, not many go under 2 million. I mean, some have, but not many. A lot of them have been over the 2 million mark, even in the upper 2s. Just depends on a lot of things. Similar styles, but a few of them have some cool different accents. So I kind of like how they still look different, even though it all flows and it looks good, and there's nothing sticking out like a sore thumb. They all have their own nice, unique touches. You know, some of these white ones, and then you have like a dark gray siding, board and batten style, and then you have cedar shakes, cedar shake stuff. So yeah, there's just a lot of good spots over here. We're just approaching the Clubhouse here, Lora Bay Golf Clubhouse. This is a wicked, amazing community. All right, so right behind me is the Lora Bay Clubhouse, and I'm just in the parking lot here. I just want to get a sense of what it's like. The roundabout right there is where you come in from Highway 26. You see those cars coming in, and they're coming into the Lora Bay community. And then in behind me over there is the driving range. So they've got practice over there, you know, before hitting their rounds. And then on both sides of the community, there's different pockets of homes. Some are a little bit older, some are a little bit newer, but it's all like very nice custom built stuff. So we're gonna go for a drive and look at some stuff on both sides. You can get a sense of what they look like. And then, yeah, you can kind of see the view down there. That's the waterfront section down there. Obviously, as you can see the water in the back, and some really nice homes down there. So I'll tour it down there too. But yeah, this is kind of the entrance to Lora Bay. Yes, that is the Georgian Trail that we've come across a few times today as we've been in Thornbury. And this is it cutting right through the Lora Bay community. Yeah, I just wanted to show you that all the homes here have direct access to that trail, and they can do that 34-kilometer loop, one way to Meaford, one way to Collingwood. All right, so these homes, I'm on East Ridge Drive. These homes hover, you know, a little above and below 2 million, at least as of lately. Recent one just sold for about 185 or 189. Really nice home. So this part backs on to some of the golf course here at Lora Bay, and then because it's elevated nicely over here, you get your views of the water. So you know it's a pretty sweet spot, and that's why I chose to drive the street on East Ridge. So that's what you can expect in here. But there's other you know, streets right around here that we will be driving that are a little under. You know, there's like I'll drive on Landry Lane, and there's been some sales there in around the 1.5 mark and stuff like that. So a little lower, and something to consider. And that's a nice street there. So we'll go there next. All right, so I'm on Landry Lane now, and you can see some of the homes in the back row. So some of these attached ones, you know, they sell a little under 1.5, 1.4, but then there's been sales on the street recently of 1.6, 1.8, even over 2 million. You can kind of see what they look like over here. And this actually backs on to the driving range part of Lora Bay. So that's you'll get a sense of what they look like over there. Yeah, I'm gonna keep driving down Lora Bay and show you a couple other streets before heading back to town, back to Bruce Street in Thornbury. All right, we we were on East Ridge not long ago, and now we're on West Ridge Drive. So just, you know, the west side of the roundabout, the west side of the clubhouse. And these homes, again, around twos, a little above, a little below, but you're hovering around that 2 million mark, plus minus a few $100,000 depending on finishes. And yes, of course, finishes can make a big difference of a few $100,000 or view or partial view or water view or back into the golf course, or, you know, there's a few different things, a lot of different factors, right? I'm actually going to make my way down to the private beach. There's a private and a public section. I'm going to go show you both actually, that the Lora Bay residents use and the ones that's actually open to the public. So I'm going to show you that now and make my way down Lora Bay Drive and go over to Sunset Boulevard and just kind of show you what that looks like. And then we will go from there. Look at this white one over here. This is pretty nice. They're all nice. This is Lora Bay. All right, so we are at the residence beach, the private beach over here for the Lora Bay residents. You got a volleyball net and sand over there, and you got some picnic tables, beach chairs, and some like a sandy area for the residents here. So that's a private section of the beach. And oh, I just realized that over in this section, this is the cottages of Lora Bay. You'll actually find a few less expensive options there than what we just looked at. There's stuff hovering around the 1 million mark, a little above and actually a little below too. So I'll do a quick drive by there since I'm right beside it by this private beach. Then I'm gonna go to the public beach. We're gonna kind of work our way out. So let me go show you the cottages real quick. All right, so we're in the cottages section. And like I said, some of these are hovering, you know, a little over the million or a little, they're hovering around the 1 million mark, a little above, a little below. But you could see that they feel different than East Ridge, West Ridge, and some of those other streets that we came from. Well, these are pretty nice because they overlook the bay over there, but you could see how much tighter these lots are. It's a different feel, even though it's in the same, you know, area in Lora Bay. Kind of a section off to the side, and they do feel different. Like you could see how much smaller the driveways are and how much closer together the homes are. Quick tour of the cottages section. All right, over to the public beach. So we are going down Sunset Boulevard here. I just kind of want to show you some of what these houses look like. This will turn into Lora Bay Drive in just a minute, and we're just a second away from the public Lora Bay Beach. It says beach, it's more of a waterfront park. It's not really sandy. Show you that in just a minute. I'm just about to pull in. This way you can see what some of the waterfront homes look like over here on the Sunset Boulevard section, the Sunset Boulevard section of Lora Bay. All right, so I'm at the public beach of Lora Bay Park. Public beach, it's a park more than a beach, to be honest. There's not really sand in here. There's just a little bit of a trail you'll see over here. It overlooks the bay over here. This is Lora Bay right here. Some of the most beautiful homes, as you're seeing in this video. And there's one more home that's like right there. I'll show you on the way out. All right, so look around. This is the public park at Lora Bay. You got some picnic benches over there. Some of the waterfront homes over there. Back towards Blue Mountain that way, in Collingwood. I mean, I guess we can call this a beach. It's a tiny section. I call it Lora Bay Park more than I call it Lora Bay Beach, but yeah, I guess this is the beach. This is Lora Bay right here. I'm getting another angle over here. That house right there, that brown one, are wicked views. I'll show you on the way out. We are pulling out of here now. We're gonna go back towards downtown Thornbury. So we'll take it from there. All right, there's that one house I was just mentioning at the park. I just love the view they have from here. Look at it. Look at that view, because you got the bay and you got the mountain in the back. You got the water and the mountain. Get the best of both worlds. This guy's got that's a wicked view. This is my favorite view in Lora Bay, I think. Yeah, I think this is my favorite view in Lora Bay. Can't really tell. I don't know how good you can tell in this video, but it is stunning. I love seeing the water and the mountain because I love giving it the depth. The water looks endless, and I know everybody loves the endless water views, but the mountain gives it depth. I like seeing both. What do you like? Leave a comment below. All right, one last stop before we go downtown for lunch. These are the mill. This is the mill pond over here, by the way. And these townhome condos back onto the mill pond, of course. So right back there, that's downtown. That's the back end of the back parking lot beside Bruce Street. So these are really super cool. 10-minute, not even 10-minute walk to downtown. And you'll see a white swan over there in the pond. So yeah, this is a really neat, exclusive, small. There's not that many townhomes in here, but you can see there's basically from that end to this end, and then overlooking the pond, there's a little community dock. There's the white swan down there, and these go for over $1 million, between $1 million and $1.25 million kind of thing, depending on finishes. But this is super exclusive in here, and I just happened to be at our friend and colleague's home before going over to downtown to have some lunch and to finish the tour. I hope you guys enjoyed that tour. I just stopped at the Thornbury Cafe for a coffee and a turkey and brie sandwich because I'm starving. And I just want to do a little bit of recap and end up here and end off the video here in this this setting right here, sitting here on the patio of the Thornbury Cafe, or any of these, these restaurants have some patios and stuff. Yeah, it's just just want to show, like, it's so walkable here. The waterfront's like a 5-minute walk that way. Sitting out here in the summer is beautiful. In the winter, there's all the cafes you can sit inside. It's a big winter place too, right? All the ski hills nearby. Hope you guys enjoyed all those different areas we went to around downtown, the big homes, the small homes, Lora Bay, the waterfront, the harbor front, Bayview Park. Even though it's a small town, there's actually quite a bit to go over. So I know I didn't get to cover every little nook and cranny of the town in this video, but I just wanted you to get a general sense, a general feel for the area. At the end of the day, you got to come here and feel out if this is the right small town for you. I think it's one of the nicest charming small towns in Ontario. Let's go with that. I do think it is. It's got a lot going on over here in Thornbury. Thornbury really got it put together. We also looked at the Georgian Trail spanning 38 kilometers between Collingwood and Meaford. There's just a lot going on. You could walk that, you can bike that. It's such a nice trail. You have to do that. Even if you're not going to move here, just come up for the weekend and do the trail. Honestly, it's amazing. Yeah, I hope you learned a lot though. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to learn everything there's to know about living in Thornbury and the small towns around us, over to Collingwood and everything in between, make sure you subscribe, tap the bell for notifications. That way you'll be the first to know everything that's happening in the area. Again, my name is Kevin DeSilva and I'm a local real estate agent here, and I am looking forward to helping you make a smooth move to Thornbury or any of the small towns around us. Till the next video. See you soon.